Hey everybody, welcome back to Change Your Perspective, Change Your Awareness, Change Your Life. I'm Dr. Michelina, and it kind of recently came to my attention from one of my wonderful followers here that I haven't been posting on YouTube, right? And so why that is, right? He was like, are you still going to be posting on YouTube? And I will tell you that I have been meaning to post for a while, and things are just very busy. Okay, I'm getting a third master's, which nobody really needs, but I'm getting a third master's, and I'm getting certified in psychoanalysis, and running my company, my business, and teaching at that business, teaching at the academy, and coaching people one-on-one, right? And so there's a lot of things going on having to do with my intelligence, my focus, and my energy. But I don't want to neglect the YouTube fam. And so I realized I need to come on and start a new series. And I have been thinking about this series for quite some time anyway. So it's a perfect time for me to hop on and overview this with you. Okay, so today, what I want to talk about is intelligence. Okay, this was one of my favorite things. Speaking of master's programs, I got my master's in education, my master's in teaching when it was a dual degree program. So I was working on my master's at the same time I was working my bachelor's. So when I was like 22, 23, 24, I was getting my first master's while I was also finishing up my bachelor's. And so my favorite of all the things out of my first master's, my favorite thing was Gardner's theories of multiple intelligences, and it has to do with how people learn. And the problem I have, being a former educator and now being more of a coach, more of a consultant, more of a psychoanalyst, is that school deals with very traditional types of intelligence. And a lot of times people have what I call the school wound, right? And it's because they think they're dumb because of the school system. And I hate that. I hate that so much. As somebody who is an academic and who actually likes the school system, I am constantly telling people, listen, I'm not smarter than you because I have a PhD. It means I work harder than you. Okay? It means it's like not work harder in life, work harder in academics, right? That's all it means. It doesn't mean I'm smarter at all. It means that I'm more niched in one area. It means I research perhaps better, perhaps. But mostly it just means that I can work to a curriculum better than perhaps someone else can. Now, I get so annoyed at people who think that they don't have things to offer, or they're not intelligent, or they can't do X, Y, or Z thing. Because there are so many different types of intelligences. And so I highly encourage you. I'm going to go over this series. It's going to be a 10 video series on Gardner's theories of intelligences. Okay, this is not mine. Some of the stuff that you see here is mine. Some of the stuff is not mine. But Gardner does it better than I ever will. So I really, really think it's important to overview and discuss. So there are, depending on what research model you look at, 8 or 9 different theories of intelligences. Different intelligences modeled in his theory, right? So there's musical, there's bodily kinesthetic. We're going to talk about all this in depth. There's interpersonal, there's verbal linguistic, there's logical mathematic, there's naturalistic, there's visual spatial. I've been recording content all day, guys. Visual spatial and intrapersonal. And so when it comes down to what you should be doing with your life, you want to play to your natural intelligence. And everybody has different types of intelligences. I'm going to use myself versus my brother as an example. Same family. My brother is musically inclined. He is musically intelligent. My brother plays like 20 instruments. He is self-taught, and he's in Morgan Wallen's band. Okay, my brother is very talented. But that kid could not pass school worth a damn because he didn't care. So I was helping him through his assignments so he could graduate. Tony didn't need a lot of school. I did. And I love school. I am very verbally linguistic, which the school system favors that. the school system favors a verbal linguistic processor. Now, that doesn't mean I don't have other intelligences. It doesn't mean I'm not musically inclined. It doesn't mean that I'm not, interpersonal or naturalistic. But I know my core intelligence is the verbal linguistic intelligence. I'm sure nobody's shocked at that, right? And that is actually very conducive to an academic environment. Great. What does that mean for you watching? Go figure out your intelligence. I'm going to talk about them over the next 9 videos, but there are quizzes you can take. Just Google it. Gardner, Gardners, Theories of Multiple Intelligences, quiz. It'll come up. I'll try to maybe link one below, and you can check out what sort of intelligences you gravitate toward. And you can see if what you're doing in your life is aligned with that intelligence. If you're most like naturalistically inclined and you're working behind a desk, you're probably in the wrong field, right? And so this is just an overview, and it's just a precursor to all the things we're going to talk about over the next couple of videos. But everybody has intelligences that they're drawn toward and things that they just don't like. I'm not mathematically inclined. I'm not technically inclined. Does it mean that I can't do math? No. Does it mean that I can't put things together? No. Is it my preference? No. Right? So it's important to know that about ourselves, right? We are here to change our perspective, to change our awareness so we can change our lives. So you need to get more aware of yourself, right? And so we're going to talk about that over the next little bit. If you have been watching here for a while and you like what you're seeing and you think it's time to take the next step, you might want to go to www.seasonsandsigns.com and book a discovery call with me. I'm doing that for the month of December, where I'm trying to figure out if you have or are the right kind of fit to work with the Academy or potentially to work with me. So if you are somebody who's been listening to me for some time and you're like, I want to take the next step, I'm tired of just like passively intaking content, I want to take aligned action, by all means, check that out. Discovery calls, schedule them. I am taking them. You will talk to me. 1, 2, the Academy is finishing up its first semester and it's about to go into a second semester. If you sign up right now at the tier 1 level, which is $99 a month, if you sign up now at that level, you're going to get a whole wealth of very important content. You're going to get 14 weeks of personal mastery content, which is 4 different teachers teaching body, mind, spirit, and leadership. Excellent stuff, guys. And I'm teaching mindset. And then if you sign up now, you're going to be on the forefront of the next semester, which starts in January. And so January 15th. So I highly suggest considering that if you are ready. So book a discovery call or join the Academy if you feel ready for that. I am taking one-on-one clients on. So if you do book a discovery call and you do want to consider working with me, we can talk about that. But I don't want to neglect the free content on YouTube. I always want to give away more value. I've done a lot on TikTok. So if you're not following me on TikTok, check out Dr. Michelina on TikTok because I'm posting there all the time. And so there's content going out everywhere. Mindset content going out everywhere. Change your perspective content going out everywhere. But I don't want to neglect us here on YouTube. So I apologize for that delay. Additionally, if you follow here on YouTube and you like what you see, spread the word, right? Because then it makes it easier for me to show up here because there are more people expecting me to show up here. Right now, like I've got a imbalanced audience. Got 3,000 people on TikTok, so I'm always going there. We only have 121 people here, so I'm not coming here as much. But I don't want to neglect you guys. I apologize if I have. One of the other things that really made me realize I have to come back to YouTube was that a client of mine who is in the Academy, who's working with me one-on-one, who has worked with me before in different capacities, and who watches YouTube, was like, yeah, I learn different stuff from you everywhere I go. And I was like, ooh, I forgot about that. I forgot that I have so many different avenues to touch on. So that was my fault, guys. It is a little bit of a busy time, but that's okay because it's a lot to talk about. There's a lot to learn. There's a lot to discuss. So I apologize. This is the first intro video to our intelligence discussion. Go take the quiz. go check out seasonsinScience.com. Go think about enrolling in the academy. And if you book a discovery call, I will talk to you. Otherwise, let's grow the channel. And I will be showing up here more consistently, I assure you. Again, I apologize for being negligent. It is not intentional. I love you guys very much. Appreciate you very much. And we'll talk to you very soon.